Hi, fourth and fifth graders. It's that time of year again where we're getting ready for March Madness. Now, our fifth graders, you had a chance to experience this last year. Fourth graders, this is new to you. So let's go ahead and introduce you guys to March Madness so we can know what's going on. Now, before I jump into this and talk to you about the tournament, I want to remind you that for the month of March, our character word of the month is cooperation. And cooperation is about working together and helping others. When we cooperate, we have more positive social interactions and are better able to make friends and keep friends. And our strategy of the month is if you win or do well, don't brag. If you lose, don't get angry. So remember those things when you're participating in this tournament. So just to give you some background information, our tournament style is a little different. You're going to play every class in your grade level. Unless a class does not have enough students sign up, then some classes will have a bye on game days. It's not your average tournament where you play to eliminate. What you're going to do is you're going to play each class. We're going to keep track of your wins and losses. And then the teams that have the most wins will advance to the finals. Now, what if there's a tie? What if there's like a three-way tie, right? Well, every point matters. If there are teams that have the same amount of wins, we look at point differential. This means the extra points you score in each game to win. Point differential will be the tiebreaker. So just some other information. What if there's a tie at the end of the game? Well, if there's a tie at the end of the game, at the end of your recess time, there's going to be a shootout at the end of the game to determine the winner. If there is a tie, your class will get the win, but you're not going to get a differential point. It'll just kind of be a tie, but your class will get credit for the win. So you're probably asking, what is a differential point? Well, let me give you an example. Mrs. Villarreal's team plays Miss Robertson's team, and the final score is my team 2 and Miss Robertson's team 3. Well, Miss Robertson's team would get the win, and they would earn 1 differential point because her team beat my team by 1 point. So this is where every point matters, and this is going to help us break ties at the end of the tournament to see who's going to advance to the finals. Weekly standings, we're going to keep you in the loop. The results will be posted weekly on the announcements so you can keep track of your wins and losses along with point differential. So a chart like this is going to be on your screen when we have our announcements. So we're going to let the whole school know where we stand for our March Madness tournament. And also your teachers will have access to this document in a folder that I created so you can check it anytime. Let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule that we have. Week 1, 4th grade is going to play on Monday and Tuesday. On week 2, you're going to play on Tuesday and Friday. On week 3, you just have games on Tuesday. After week 3, we're going to know who's in the finals, and the finals will take place on week 4, 2 days before we track off for spring break. So it'll be an exciting morning. And then also just keep in mind that we're playing on different days of the week to accommodate field trips because it looks like 4th grade classes have some field trips to go on. So it kind of looks a little jumbled around. It's not like on set days, but the reason why is because you guys have your field trips and we want to accommodate that. So here you go. Here's our 4th grade schedule. For 5th grade, here's your schedule. Week 1, you'll be playing on Thursday and Friday. Week 2, you'll play on Monday and Thursday. On week 3, you'll play on Monday. That says Monet, but it's supposed to say Monday. And then on week 4, you're going to play in the tournament. So remember the final 2 teams, the teams with the most wins will advance. And remember, if it's a tie, that we're going to use the differential points as the tiebreaker. So how do you sign up? Teachers have sign-up sheets, and if you sign up, you will take home a behavior contract and be sure to have your grown-ups' permission to participate. Once your team is signed up, don't forget to pick a team name. You will also be able to borrow a shirt from your teacher, which will be your uniform for the game. Be sure to take good care of your shirts because we use them every year, and we also use them for multiple tournaments throughout the year. So we're really excited for you to get to use those. Your behavior contracts will look like this. I'm going to put a few copies in your teacher's boxes so that way they have them and they're ready to go. And remember, you can't start playing until we have your grown-ups' permission to let you play. And also, when you look at the behavior contract, it says academics. Coming to school is one of the most important things. So as long as you're on track and you're turning your work in your class and you're following the rules, you're having good behavior, we're not having bad language out there, and you also have great sportsmanship. These are all things that we're going to look at. And remember, this is a contract. So it's one of these things where you have to follow these rules in order to join and also in order to stay in the tournament. You can be the best basketball player in your class, but if you're not listening and you have disruptive behavior, then we're not going to allow you to play. So remember, behavior and academics first, and then comes the tournament. Just a few reminders. We want to remind you to be respectful throughout this tournament. Be respectful to your peers. You can cheer for your team without putting others down. Students will be respectful of their teammates and the opposing team. We all have bad days. If a teammate is not having their best day, maybe they might miss a shot and maybe it costs you the game. Remember to lift them up instead of tearing them down. There's going to be another game. So hopefully we're being great teammates and we're letting them know that it's okay. We're going to try better next time. Here's a quote from one of the best basketball players out there. And it says, the important thing is that your teammates have to know that you're pulling for them and you really want them to be successful. So remember, being a great teammate is just as important as being a great basketball player. Also, another reminder, be respectful to adults. Adults will be officiating the games. If they make a call, that's the way it goes. Students are not to argue with adults or they can be removed from the game. And if it gets really serious, we will remove you from the whole tournament. So remember, your team needs you out there. And if we're not being respectful, you won't get to play. So you're probably thinking, all these rules, what's in it for me? Well, there's no better feeling than having your hard work pay off. Here we have our winners from last year. So our 5th grade classes, Mrs. Luna's Stars were the winners for the girls, and Mrs. Hoag's Crazy Monkeys were the winners for the boys, and Mr. Downey's Knights won the 5th grade tournament last year, and Mrs. Hillhouse's Sharks won the girls tournament for 4th grade last year. So keep in mind, those 4th grade winners are now 5th grade winners. So we'll see if their teams stay together. If they're all mixed up, we'll see how that works out. But anyways, we have a class trophy that your teacher will get to display for the year, and you get your own medal to take home and keep. The tournament games are going to be on the playground, half court, and then the final game will be in the cafeteria where you guys will be able to shoot from both baskets. We have the scoreboard, we have music in there. It's a pretty awesome day. So we can't wait to see everyone there, and everybody's watching you and they're all pumped up. It's a great day to be here at school. So the finals will be on Wednesday, March 27th, 2 days before spring break. So that's what's in it for you. Hard work pays off, and we can't wait to see who wins. On Friday, March 1st, we have our March Madness Kickoff Assembly. Corey the Dribbler will be here to kick off our tournament. Corey is an 8-time Guinness record holder who travels the country inspiring students with his character message about the 4 R's to success. If you want to know what those 4 R's are, be sure to be at school that day to see Corey the Dribbler. And also just some facts about Corey. He's a former Harlem Globetrotter, so he's got a lot of tricks to do with his basketball, so it'll be fun. And this is for 4th and 5th grade only, so enjoy your time. So just remember, as long as the weather is great, we'll be having our assembly outside. If it's not great, we'll be having it inside. What's nice is that we always have a place to have it. And if you are signed up, you will be wearing your shirts to the assembly to identify yourself as a 2024 March Madness participant. And again, more reminders. Teamwork is dream work. That's why that's our character word of the month for March, cooperation. Remember, basketball is a team sport. You have to have great individuals on your team, but it takes more than one person to win a game. So there's a few things on here that I just kind of want to go over. I already went over our character word of the month cooperation sheet, but remember the word team is spelled T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. I also have a quote from Michael Jordan, who's one of the best basketball players that ever lived. And it says, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. And then my last quote is from Phil Jackson. And Phil Jackson was a popular NBA coach who coached both Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. And he says, good teams become great ones when the members trust each other enough to surrender the me for we. So it's important to work together when you're playing basketball, because remember, it is a team sport. Not one person can win the game. You need your teammates. And that's all I've got for you. I'm going to send some more videos to your teachers, letting them know if they want to show you what it's like to be a good sportsman. They can share those videos with you so you guys can see some good examples and some bad examples. And then also, if you want to see some highlights from our last 2 years of March Madness, I'm going to send those to your teachers as well so they can show you. And that's it. If you have any questions, reach out to me, anyone in Fox Support. You can ask your teachers, and
let's get ready to rumble!
See you later.